Is it important to buy American goods? And yes, I am in a business suit today because I have some work to do today. Seriously, I have to go somewhere after this video, so I'm wearing the suit first. Is it important to buy American goods? In my opinion, it is quite important to buy your own domestic goods. In fact, I probably shouldn't say American here in my context, or your context, or most people's context. If you're an American, just replace this word with American. It's very American. If you're anyone else, just replace this word with domestic. Alright, let's get this started with. Now, is it important to buy American/domestic goods? It depends on how you want to view it as. The first point, the pros team say that it helps the American or domestic economy. You go ahead and help your own economy, your own little great place to make your own domestic country great again. Alright, now for the first point of the cons team is that it's not only the only thing that affects this shape or affects or shapes the economy. It's not the only thing, like buying domestic goods or American goods. In fact, if you buy American goods, you're helping the American economy no matter where you are. Usually, if you buy domestic goods, you're helping your own economy, also probably not at the expense of your own wallet. And now for the second point of the pros team is that the United States has rules to make sure the workers who make a product are treated well. And if you go ahead and you use those rules and you realize that all the rules are great, well then, yay, yeah, United States. Also, there are still some places where they go ahead and mistreat them. But overall, so mistreatment has gone down. And the second point of the cons team is that it points out that other countries outside the United States also treat their workers very well, including having their own little laws and rules and regulations for all that. And now for the third point of the pros team is that buying a domestic product is better for the environment. If you have a domestic product, well then that is way better for you and the environment than, let's say, anything else. Because it is your own country and you don't need to import anything which uses up a lot of oil, money, and makes a lot of pollution. Now, for the third point of the cons team is that not everyone has enough money to buy domestic products if they're very expensive. Some of them are so poor that they cannot afford their own domestic products. If the domestic product is like a few cents more than like a foreign product, well then they should go ahead and buy it. Like if it's a few cents less, but if it's like a few $100 more, or it's like a few $10 more, well they should buy the cheaper option, especially if the quality is exactly the same. Yeah, that is unfortunately true for most Americans and most domestic people. And now for the fourth point of the pros team is that the most important thing about a product is where it was put together. Depends on where you put this product, where it was put together. And once you know where you put it together, well, you can go ahead and be sure of what's going to happen towards it. And now for the fourth point of the cons team, Fantastic Four, is that many American-made goods have parts from other countries, and when they have parts from other countries, well, you can be rest assured that those American-made goods will be able to go ahead and is not completely American-made or not completely domestic-made. Many made in China products are very, very, very famous. In fact, that's so famous that it has become a meme. In fact, most of the things in my house are made in China, with a few exceptions being made in Germany, and only one thing made in America. The Make America Great Again hat. But here we go. This thing made in China. Most iPhones made in China. At least this thing I can be sure of is made in Korea. As a result, I think that it is important to buy your domestic goods, but if you can't afford it, well, too bad. You shouldn't try to help your economy at the expense of your wallet and your life. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope to see you guys soon. Until next time, ciao, peace, bye bye.